On her iPad,
Exactly.
she might as well be up in the moon. She's in another world.
Oh, stop. Now be nice to me. Even though it's not my birthday. Stop it. Get your hand off me. You've been in the food. Oh, I don't know my hair.
Oh, right? It's like the most adorable, cutest video you probably gonna see the whole holiday season. And I agree with the caption. You know, it's kind of cool to see people who are still in love after all of these years, still flirting with each other. I think a couple of commenters said something similar, and that they want a love that can stand the test of time, just like these folks. And I'm not mad at any of that, but let me just say this. Sometimes I think love gets too much credit for moments like this, because what I also see, and something we don't talk enough about, is that these folks simply like each other. That's something that at least should be simple. Because I've seen a lot of couples in their older age, still together, married for decades on end, and all they have is love. Y'all probably seen them too. They sleep in separate rooms. They don't care to be around each other. They might gripe and complain or ignore each other's presence altogether. Like, they love stood the test of time, but the way they act is almost like they hope it don't stand too much more time, at least not together. But this couple, on the other hand, I believe like all the jokes, the laughter, the flirtation, even though she's kind of annoyed, you could tell she's still comfortable and feels safe being with him. It's not even just in love. Like, they just like each other. And that should be the standard. I know somebody's like, oh, that's probably common sense that a person gonna be with somebody they like. No, it's a lot of people these days who choose people they don't like because I think they choose from a place that was unhealthy in the very beginning. Like to fill a void, or because they wanted a rebound chick or dude, or because, the sex was already there. They had a sexual relationship, so might as well try to force a relationship on this bad foundation since they already attached, even though there's not consistent connection. Or sometimes it's not so much the choosing part that went wrong, but neither person had conflict resolution skills. So when stuff got hard, nobody wanted to talk it out. Or somebody chose not to forgive, so they're walking around with this resentment and bitterness, and ultimately they're just repulsed by the person, and now you still have two people who don't like each other. Like, I believe the standard should be, not only do you want somebody that you love, but that you like. And of course not 24/7, because don't nobody like nobody 24/7. But just in a general sense, just like being intrigued with a person's thought process, appreciating their company, wanting to be around and drawn to their energy and their spirit, not just for sex, but like really wanting that person in your life on a regular basis in terms of their presence and feeling their absence when they're not there. Like, that should be the standard. But let me say this. Sometimes you can be in a relationship with somebody who don't like you and it have nothing to do with you. Sometimes a person won't like you, even in a relationship, because they don't like themselves. Like, they have a bad relationship with themselves. They're insecure. They compare themselves a lot. And I know we talk a lot about dudes, but ladies, I think this affects y'all more than us, because there's so many messages that's constantly telling you you're not good enough. You're not pretty enough. You're not thin enough. You got too many kids or baby daddies, so therefore you're unlovable. And I think sometimes you guys can internalize that to where it's hard to like you because you believe nobody could possibly like you. Why? Because you still don't like yourself. And with all things said, I'm not trying to invalidate how you might feel because of that, but I still think it's super important to be evolved past that, to where you have that healthy, loving, liking, accepting relationship with yourself before you get to somebody else, so that you don't have a problem with a man who's evolved in his thinking, who likes himself liking you, and knowing and being confident in that. Like, as a matter of fact, that's one of the aspects that will attract an evolved man into your life at light speed. Now, I'm not going to go too far on that because I talked about it in depth in my free masterclass. So if you want access to that, click the link down in the caption while free registration lasts, because it won't forever. The secrets to making an evolved man crave you. Again, down at the link in the caption. But the moral of the story is this. When we see things like this, another thing I hear is, it takes work. That ain't easy. And I agree. It's not easy. And of course, I ain't lived nearly as long as they probably even been together. But let me say this. When you're with somebody that you at least like, I do believe the marriage, the relationship, the love will take work, but it shouldn't leave you perpetually exhausted. It shouldn't leave you feeling like you pulling teeth day in and day out. Like it's a fight to the finish every single day just to make this thing work. Like you're only having healthy aspects where you guys are getting along and there's peace in little spurts and little flashes. Because when it's like that, I really feel like you're with somebody that you don't like. And it's probably because you didn't have the patience to wait for somebody that you do like, or you didn't have the faith in yourself that somebody could see you and appreciate you and that would also like you. But those are just my thoughts. Y'all let me know what you think down in the comments. Again, get free access to my masterclass, The Secrets to Making an Evolved Man Crave You, if you want more on this topic. I'll let y'all be good. Peace.